and welcome to the Breakfast Club. My name is Darren Hancock, and here we are on Friday, the 22nd of November, 2024. The year is just blasting by. Not too long before Christmas. Cheers to all of you. Coffee in the morning. I hope you're warm and dry wherever you are in the world. Okay, let's have a look at the markets. Good morning, good morning. Hope you all had a restful sleep, or you're about to have a restful sleep tonight, wherever you are in the world. I hope there's peace in your heart and in your home. All right, so I've got some ideas. What I'm looking for this morning is the news release at 6:30. See if I can get above 809. See if we can get above 809 here, continue going higher. I'm looking to get into this box this morning. We came back up and tapped that area we were looking for yesterday. Hit it nicely. Hit this level and that level. So I hit my levels perfectly yesterday. Or no, not quite. Hit this level, yes, but this level. And today I want to see it hit this box today on the upside. So we could come down to half the wick at 633 as a downside. Now, whether or not we hit this first before we hit this, I don't know just yet. I like the fact we're using the fair value gap, this SIBI here, as a support at the open. Come down to that. We're getting a bit of a reaction off that. I like that idea. If we break the downside level here, we're looking for this liquidity below the market here. So it looks like we could run down into here first before running higher. Give you that Judas swing in the morning and then reverse on us, kind of like we did here in the last few days. Oh, what do we have here? $15.16 should put us right in here. Next couple of days should put us right up in here. Today, tomorrow, and then the reverse. All right, let's go through some of these other ones, and then we'll come back to so I want to see it close below here. It's already poked through it once, so it's giving me, here's your early hint that we're gonna go lower. Already poked through that level. Could run back up into this gap before finally coming lower. So just keep your eyes on that area while I kind of go through my other charts here. Let's connect to all these. So you have in your ES, keep your eyes on that level there. We could see this run all the way down into this level here first before going up here, take out those highs. You've got a reverse happening already. You've already, if we take this low on a close, we've already closed below this. So yeah, it feels like it just wants to go lower right from here. I do like that lower, so I'm going to take a little low right there. And I'll put my, I would have to sit right above there. I just want to see this hunt for some of these lows down here. And the larger range will take here to here. That could come back up through there is where I want to put my stop. Just now that we've taken out that low, we have a reverse direction here. And if we clear that and take this candle's high, we're coming back into that range, into the higher part of that range. So that's where my stop's going to be. And we're hunting for at least 50% of the range. We'll see how that works out. And let's have a look at YM. There's the objective we hit yesterday. Look at that. You can't ask for nicer than that. I gave you that yesterday. Hit it beautifully. We got a bit of a pullback, and now we've hit it one more time, and we hit the watch level. Hit both of those perfectly yesterday. You're welcome. Now what we want to see. What do we want to see today? I'm pretty much on the daily stuck inside this box. That one to this one. If we can get through that one, look for the half the wick, and then the I'll put it up here. Watch that level right there. For why? For a Dow. So we hit this week's levels. We popped up above them. I do like that. We filled that little gap area there. See how we came back up inside it, hit it beautifully there. And now I want to see this continue, obviously going higher because I'm in this. Oh, pre-market will go lower. 1450. So we could come back, yeah, into this imbalance here, this old high. That's as far back as I'd want to see it come, where the pre-market is sitting right now. That's as low as I'd want to see that come before going higher. But there's so much gaps and stuff going on in here. We could see it come to 415. All that's permissible. Copper. We don't want to see it take out this low. If it takes out that low, look for this order block to hold price on a continuation in the downside. Crude oil. We're looking for it hit it yesterday, hit right off that open. Half this week. I'd like to see it start reversing today and start going higher for crude. And it's just breaking that 1 5-minute high right now. That closes above that on 69.79 and then comes back anywhere inside 69.79 to 69.64, and it just did. It just closed above it. Okay, any run down into here now. I would expect to see that go higher now in oil, and I'll talk about that again in a sec. Way to go, mom and dad. You're doing well on your TSX. Good for you. 25,390. That's a new record, new high for the TSX. Nat gas did give us a little high. It did take out that high there. So if we can get a return back into this wick, these highs here would be nice, and then say a kick off of there and keep coming higher. Gold, well done, gold. I'll come into that in a sec. I got more charts in that. AGNC is flat still. Goliath still losing some ground. Wheat, our upside objective is sitting here. We need wheat to get above this level first before we go higher. If it retraces, it can retrace all the way down into this box right here. And then we want to see if it goes higher. If not, this could be just a simple rollover, creating relative equal highs again before running out the lows. So we got relative equal highs, relative equal lows. Don't assume you're going for the highs. This could quite easily, now that you've hit the rejection block, quite easily roll over and come back down into here now. So I'm flat on wheat. I'd like to see it go higher, but I need confirmation that it's going to go higher. Right now you've got, you are slightly bullish, so I'm like 51% higher probability of going higher. But now that we've hit this rejection block and we've got some reaction off of that and we're not punching through it, if we punch through this, obviously, then we're looking for that higher objective. It's Friday. Wait on wheat. Wait on wheat. Okay, so we're coming back down lower. Yesterday, we finished below that level again, which is great. If we come back up and tap it today and continue coming lower, we're looking for the lows to get taken in soybeans. Right now, we're bouncing off the top of this fair value gap. Downside objective is still here. And coffee. Coffee gave us a reaction yesterday off the level we're looking for. That's great. Now we want to see this climb up out of here. I get a body above this level first and then use this to go higher. Coffee's acting the way we wanted it to. Live cattle. Just came back up and filled that. So we're looking for another run back down into the range here. We'll see how we act inside this yellow box here. Again, we're going to get below it, come back, find support out to start running back down into this, inside this range here. We need this to kick off here at the consequent encroachment level right here and start driving higher and take out that candle. We take this candle on a close and then use it for leverage to take out the mean threshold. Cocoa, still aiming for our objective in cocoa. Once we get through this breaker here, that's the upside objective. Buy side liquidity in lumber, we're looking for that still, which is great. Oh, we shot through that. Look at that. I did not have my charts. People are like, what are you talking about? Lumber's way up there. Move your charts, dummy. All right, well, we've missed. Here I am talking about lumber getting it's way up here, and I'm not even keeping track of the day. Oh my goodness. There you go. Don't listen to me when I talk about lumber. Wanted it to get higher? Well, it certainly did go higher. That's funny. I gotta watch those more often now. That's not the first time I've been caught on that. So look at this level here. $5,945. Right here. So it's just coming down into it now with 597, 5,945. Watch that level. See if we get some sensitivity off of that. If we don't, look for about 586 and then a fill. I'll put this on here just so you can kind of keep track of the watch those levels. I don't even know why. Stand by. I don't even need the trend line. Okay. That looks nicer, looks cleaner. I don't know why I've always insisted on having a trend line in there. You don't need the trend line. All I need is the levels. Lean piggies, we're still inside that. There's nothing I can do about piggies. Oil. Which one was I in? Oh, it's back here. We were talking about going lower, weren't we? I haven't done anything yet. Oil. Taking out the high, reversal. You want to see this level here get taken on the downside. Then you're back into this range around 69.48. 69.55. Better to buy this one at a discount. I'd want to see it get above this level. 69.78 on the close, start to go higher. Otherwise, we're back inside this range again. Gold. Reversal. Trade back up into it right here. Body's respecting that beautifully. Nice hammer down. That's a really nice drop off of a nice little reversal. If you train yourself to look for a reversal on the hourly, that's a beautiful, you would have had a whole hour of down run here. This whole thing would have been yours. Imbalance here. Trade through it. Trade through it again. So you wait till this is taken on the downside. Finally gets taken on the downside. Wait for it to trade back into it. Trades back into it. Now you can get in sync with the continuation. Take out that low. Trades back into this range. So here's an interesting situation. This is where you have to pull this because this is a bull trap sitting right here. See how we just ran back into 50% of that range? So if you looked at this and you said, oh, look, if we can get, this is a reversal. If we can get above here and come back and tap that, great. I'm going to get long on this. And I'm aiming for way up here. Pull your fib on there. I've told you this one yesterday. If you don't pull your fib on that, as soon as you get to 50%, you move your stop loss to break even, take half your trade off. And then all of a sudden it reverses on you. And then comes back and takes you out, and you'd be like, whew, I was definitely on the wrong side of this. This was still going lower. This was just a simple retracement back into premium to go lower. And that fib tool will save your ass if you use it. Inside the range you're in, not the bigger range, this range. That's why it works. And that's why it saves your butt. And you get a little nibble, a little piece off of there. And then if you trade below this level right here, you go, I'm on the wrong side of this. If it trades a close below there, it does. And then what does it do? It comes back, gives you one opportunity to take your trade off and put your new trade on long or short to take out that low. You aim for that low. So 694 down to here, 692 is $2. You make it, and all of a sudden you see this starting to form. After you've taken that low, you go, now I'm going to wait. Because if it takes that on the upside, we've got a reversal. Takes it to the upside, you come back, you get long. Now you're long inside this range. Pull your fib tool from low to high, do the same thing again, and you want to see that get above this level. You get back in sync with the market. And that's how you can keep staying in sync with the market and trading both directions. Not that you would, but you know, if it helps you set up your trade for a turtle soup, whatever the method you're using. Look at that. You can't be any more shy of $100,000. Oh, it did hit 100. What's that one right there? No, yes, it did. The high was exactly $100,000 and then dropped right on the money. That's funny. I would have thought they would have held that just under that and have people thinking it was going to not make it, and it did. And now we've got the reverse. Interesting. So now we've got a break-in structure to the downside. Use this whole cluster right here. As soon as you get a body break below that, right there, any trade back up into this cluster for a short, you can take that short. Trades back up into that cluster, all the way back up into here. All of this is a breaker. Takes out these highs. Runs straight through it, runs through the breaker, comes back to it, takes out that low, comes back into the breaker again, and then finally runs, takes out all of these lows. Anybody who's trailing their stop losses up here, and they're all gunning for 100,000. A lot of people have hit 100,000, and right on that 100,000, if there were people that were still buying it, you just got, my guess is the volume couldn't unload fast enough at that level. But anyway, that's the breaker. Return to it. Now, even if you can get back up into this one, because this right here is the next breaker that takes out this little run here. If you can get back into that level on a run back up, anywhere inside here for a short, that's what I'd be looking for there. And look, you'd be gunning for down here this Thursday's initial presentation. Oh, looky. I like it. Worked out well. So now we're looking for the next three. I like it. So we're going to hit this level today or tomorrow, or sorry, today or Monday. And then I'd like to see, we could see a swing, a reversal here, and then a 2021, we could see, yeah, I still think we're aiming for here. So that's my next objective here. And we've called this whole run here since here. 85 cents, and you're up 500 pips. We've called that thing in the last month. Delicious. I'd like to see that hit that level right there. We could see that hit today and then start seeing a wick form for the next couple of days. So we'd have Monday, Tuesday making a low, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday pushing higher. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There'll be a choppy week next week. We should see this back and forth action starting to happen in here. Let me have a look here. Yeah, we should see the next couple of days. We should see a swing. It's the Squabbling Sisters coming up next week. The Squabblers. And Vita. Wanted to see these highs get taken yesterday. It took them. Are we on today? No, that was yesterday. So we did get that taken all the way down into this imbalance again. So we took the highs. Got nothing now because it's hitting this objective, taking that objective. So now you want to see this either continue having a close above that level or start running back down in here, taking this out. So I have no, yeah, you'd have to see a body stay above here, which it did. So today, if we open up, yeah, you get the whole range in there. Yeah, I got nothing for you in NVIDIA right now. That could be the swing high. We'd have to take out this candle on the downside on a close today. We'll see how Friday acts. You're in an extreme premium right now, so it could continue going higher. Now that we're staying above that level, it has to stay above here today. I wouldn't want to see it revisit this, but you've got a big wick day, so it might be an internal range day. Yeah, I got nothing for you on that one. I could argue both sides of that. Disney, still looking for Disney to reach her objective here. Silver, Greg likes having his silver. That's good right there. That hour last night. Four hours ago. That's the level you want to see get hit right there on top of that candle, and that's it. You want to see it get out of there now. You want to see some legs get on top of this candle, start moving higher. You got to look to get above 28 bucks. Sorry, 28.47. So I like this. We got to start going higher, and your pre-market's already 28.36. So that's perfect. I like that. So you're going to go higher. You got to get through here, find yourself a little bit of leverage on top of that, And then you're looking for upside objective, which would be right here. That's the upside box you're looking for. We have a reversal taking out that high there. Trade back into it here. Take out this low on a close. You look for a close below. Takes out the low. Comes back up to that order block and then finally extends lower. So that tells me my ES should be coming lower. We got the reversal. We've taken this out here. Multiple times we've taken that out. It seems to be holding though. Should see that roll over and come down here now. And with that, gap down below it, came back inside it, extended the range, then popped through here, created a new low. You wanted to see it get, I wanted to see it get down deeper into this, but that's the classic pop through here, come back, just extend the range a little bit further. You have that imbalance if you trade through it. Now we're going higher again. You have another fair value gap above you here, trades through that, comes back inside it, hits it nicely here, and then runs all the way up and creates another relative equal high. Find support on this candle here, so you've gapped up to its open right there. You've got to get a body above it, not just a wick. Wick does the damage. And we've got to get a body trade through here for that to go higher. So using this and this as leverage to go higher. Just remember, whenever I call for these lower levels, we know it can change on us the moment we see this. You got to be very aware. If I was watching this, I'd say, okay, we've gapped down. We're going to extend this range. Now I'd like to see this down here, but the moment you see that forming below a low, you always have to stay vigilant of if it runs back through this, I'm on the wrong side of this, because now we could say we're coming back into this range. And then if you see it run that one as well, now you're more positive for a deeper run into the range. And if you clear that on a high, and you're literally opened on it, came back inside that level, we gapped above here, and we're pushing that range. And now we're looking for this level to get taken. It closes again right on it. That really messes us people up who like a body above that, but literally closed on it. And you can go back and do some research and back test to see how many times the level we're looking for, if it opens on it, then does that mean there's a higher likelihood, and I haven't tested this to be sure, if there's a higher likelihood of it going higher or opening on it and still going lower. And the same thing with this one here. It opens right on it, on that high. And then this one opens just above it, comes back, gives it a tap right there. So there's your indication for confirmation to go higher. Open above it, come back, give it a tap, and now you've got your higher run. You have to be quick to catch that. So whenever I'm giving you a run to an objective, if it doesn't hit it and totally reverses on you, and I'm not there to watch it, watch for this stuff. Because if I'm there to watch it, I'll tell you where it's gonna, when it changes direction, and it changes direction right through here, pops back through that level, confirms reconfirms when you take that high out there, tap it, and away you go. Let's go back into here. Is ES running yet? Doesn't want to give me my couple of bucks here. So look for 639. Inside this range right now, I'm just looking for somewhere in here. We'll see how it acts through here. That's my area of interest. Let's say good morning to my friends. Good morning, good morning. "26 people in the house today." So we have lows taken, reverse, taking out that low. So look for it to close above this. It closes above it right in this candle now. So you want to see this high get taken. That's where you get to change up your direction. That's just because that's where I want to go. Doesn't mean to say that's where we're going to happen. So this could be reversing on me as well. And it's taking out that high. These relative equal lows. There's tons of lows below us. I feel like they don't want to leave that untouched before they go higher. But if this clears me out here, see how this is literally closed on it, and then we open on it, and that's that question I told you about, asked you about. When we open on it, does that mean we're going to go higher, or does that mean we're going to open and close and come back down lower? So if we're looking to come back to this candle, that would be my stop would sit right in here now, because I don't want to, if it does just tap this and come back out, I want to cut down some of my loss. If it rolls through here now, I want to see it take out this candle to come lower. Otherwise it's coming back up into this box here, and I don't want to take any more of a hit. And there you go. It literally came back into that level. I just saw that now. This little box right here, draw it out, literally tapped it, went through and took me out. So that's okay. You pay for new information. Now we want to see this go higher, and we want to see it get through this box right here. Got a body close above here finally. Now I want to see a break in structure, like a decent one, not just this guy here. I want to see these two, because this guy's nested inside these two. I want to see it get above that first before going there. I just feel like they don't want to leave this untouched here yet. Brikey. You're new to our game, are you? I haven't seen you before. 72. Good morning. Hans, good morning. Edgar, buenos dias. Buenos dias, my friend. Buenos dias. Craig, good morning. Curryfish, hello. Hadi, my man. Hadi. Good for you. Dave Barry, how are you doing, buddy? Joe, good morning. And Craig, silver futures gapping up. 29.40. Gap to hit, I think. Yeah, I gave you your silver open. That look at the pre-market, 28.34. So I like to see that box today. That's my upside objective, at least here. If we can get through this 28.48 level, I would like to see that aim for that 29 big figure level. Back to that imbalance right there again. You ran right into it. Right there. Tap it. Now you want to see that clip. Keep climbing higher. Campione, good morning. Mags, good morning, sir. How are you? Or ma'am? Edgar, good morning, dear community. Good morning. Abs, my man, Abs. K-Trade, good morning. Been here, just don't chat. Ah, you're one of those guys that sits in the background. Or one of those ladies that sits in the background, quietly observing. Well, join in the chat, man. We're friendly in here. Nobody's dissing anybody. There's no drama in here. You can all just engage in the chat. Nothing wrong with that, my friend. Welcome. Mr. Pips, good morning. Let's hit the like button or subscribe if you're new. Thanks, Edgar. Yeah, Bri, man. Enjoy it. Pop in. Have a chat. Your opinion matters. It does. Even if you don't know, there's no such thing as a stupid question. So ask. Ask. If there's something you want me to clarify, I'll clarify. And if I don't know it, honestly, I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm just going to say, you're going to go to this. I want you all to look this up. If you haven't already got it, I need you to all go get this. It's called, let me make it nice. And I got this thing for purple. I love purples. It's called oops. Y'all need to go get this. ICT. Oops, ICT index dot I O. Y'all need to go get that. And you need it in big bold letters. And we want it in bam. Get this. It's the ICTindex.io. It's an AI program that will go through all of ICT's material. So if you type in, let's say you said, what is a breaker? What's a breaker block? You type in the words, what's a breaker block in the thing, and it will literally, in the search bar, it will literally go through all his material, and every time he's referenced what a breaker bar is and explained it and answered that question, it will give you the text word for word what he said, and it will give you the video reference with the marker in time to go back and watch what he's actually pointing to in terms of what's a breaker and what's not a breaker block. So you'll literally click on the little caret that takes you to the video. You click on the video, it takes you whatever video what he was talking about, whatever date he was talking about that, and it will bring you right into the time where he's talking about that very thing. So you can see a visual reference and you can hear it right from the horse himself, the guy who codified the whole thing. So ICTindex.io. Get it, put it on your desktop. If you ever have a question, go ask that first before you ask me, because you're getting it straight from the horse. And I don't want to dilute any of his material. That's what you need. And if you haven't got it, make it part of your arsenal of tools. And you hear all these people out there talking ICT crap. We all think we know his material. He knows his stuff better than anybody. So always ask him. And that's like getting your answer without all the long rants that he tends to go through. You get it straight from the IO will go in and dig out the information you need and sift through all the long rants that you need to endure sometimes in his videos. Just absorbing all the knowledge. Well, you can absorb all you want, my friend. We are the sponge through which you shall absorb your material. Bright, when you look at these days, you say to yourself, on a 1 minute chart, do you want to participate in this? Is this a time that you really want to participate in? You got to say no, because there's, yeah, I can still give you the staying on the horse, but that doesn't mean to say you trade this. This is definitely not tradable. This is all crap in here. It's staying inside the small range, and it's not really leaving with any sense of certainty. So look for that upper box. I'd be putting this box here on this 1 minute chart. Right there to there. And your downward box would go here to here. So you'll see that it'll actually come down and just tippy tap that one there. A bit over a bit more right there. See, ding ding. Now we want to see, you're stuck in the middle of this. This is high resistance. This is not, you want to see tap and go, rip through this, find support, and get the hell out of Dodge. Me too, been here just quietly watching K trades. You guys in your little sit in the quiet in the darkness and not participate. Get your little butts out of the dark there and come out and play with us. The only way you get a tan, my friends, is being in the sunshine. You got to cook, get in the heat, man. Get in the heat. Ask questions. There are people and if anybody is mean to you in here, they're gone. I don't take drama. I don't take mean people. We're here to help. And everybody that joins, you're here to help. We're not here to diss anybody, give anybody a hard time. See that come right up and give it a tap? I want to see it pop through it. There you go. You want to get through it on a close. You want to get it on a close, not just a wick. This can quite easily turn around now and come all the way back down again inside this range. That's what we want to see, this break above here and take out that high. Use that high to leverage going higher. Don't worry that you're missing all this. Because this whole breaker, this whole 3 candle order block here is what we could retrace back into. Again, you lose more luster if we start to trade through the fair value gap, the BISI here, which is really an inversion now. But there's key levels that you're looking for. So that whole thing there could trace all the way back down into here. So you want to see a body rip above that, come back and use that high, and you don't want to see it start digging through halfway or the top of this BISI here again. You want to use this box for support. You start to eat through, let's say it makes a bold candle up through this and then starts to come back. You want to see it tap it and go. And if it doesn't, it starts to do all this kind of waffling, coming back down, tapping this, coming back up, tapping it, and then slowly coming all the way through to the bottom of this wick here before it finally keys off of here and then goes back up again. That's all kind of losing its luster, right? See how we mean? No body traded above it. We could trade back into that range, and that's exactly what it's doing. Greg, missed it. Where did we find ICT index? You go online and type in ictindex.io. Where do you find it? Just go online, Google it. JDM, here's a new guy. I haven't seen JDM. Thank you for sharing that. Very useful. You're very welcome, JDM. Dow. Is this the Judas swing on NQ. That we're in right now, the Judas swing? No. I'd say 9:30 to 10 could create our Judas swing. See, we're all in this just big crappy consolidation right now. Since 7 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock in the morning, you're sitting inside that. This whole range, we're sitting in the top portion of it still. So I'd want to see this come back down here, giving people a false impression that we're going to take out these lows. And I want to see, remember I was saying, we're not going to leave these lows untouched. I'd like to see 9:30 take these out, create that fair value gap we're looking for, wait for the reversal, and then you want to look to see it start running. We'll trade inside the range, and as soon as we break this out on the upside, that's my objective. So the Judas swing would be anything that comes down into here. That's my upside objective for the day. If this runs down this way, it's the Judas swing, like this. Judas swing went higher. Judas swing went higher. Judas swing went higher. If you're looking at it from a daily perspective. So the wick for the daily candle down is the Judas swing. So watch. See how we went from box to box? Now I want to see if we go through the box. Hadi would be like all over this. He'd be like, box to box trading. I love it. I totally take it. On a 15-second chart, Hadi is all over that. That's simple box to box trading, man. Internal range liquidity. In a consolidation hunt, quick hunt like that. Look at that. Looking pretty. Now we can turn around and come all the way back up here again. Welcome to consolidation. Good morning, Mr. Russell. Nope, too much back and forth for me. Exactly. Don't mess with it. $40 people, 8 likes. Come on, you guys. You got to like that stuff. Just a simple like on the old ICT index. That should get me a thumbs up. Even that. Come on, there's 40 of you. Come on, please, just give me a 40 likes. They got me begging. They got me begging for likes. So I like what you're saying there. Bry is it's too much back and forth for you, but don't discount the learning you can have here. You notice those boxes and how it's hit them, and there's an area of sensitivity at those. Stay inside the charts, stay inside the price action. Don't get bored with this and say, it's too messy. Like, this is the time when you get in the mud and you wrestle with price action and you just try to stay on that horse. It's going to flip back and forth trying to shake you off, but all the time you guys can stay focused on it and stay in the chart, stay in price action. It's going to make your trading so much better. Your stress is going to drop huge. It's a significant drop in your stress level when you can stay on the horse in a 1 minute or 15-second chart. You'll be looking at these other big charts where everybody else is panicking over where they think price is going to go, and you're going to go, nope. No, I see where it is right now. It's not going, it's still going lower. Or it's holding up in this area. If it takes this piece here, then I'm going lower. If it takes this piece here, I can feel confident to say that it's going to go higher. And this is where you learn it, in the trenches, on a 1 minute chart, a 15-second chart. Nobody says you have to trade it, but just stay in here and study it. Because what you see here is happening on any time frame. Whether you pick a 3-minute chart, some odd number chart, a 3 or 5 or 7, it doesn't matter. All of this is algorithmic. It all does the same thing on all time frames. And if you're looking at my blue dots, look at my blue dots. They give you change in directions. My time in a bottle. So we're coming up for the start. 27, 30, 31, 30, 32. Here's 26. Makes a swing. 27 can start a new direction. 27 can set the low. If it doesn't set a swing, then look for 30, 32 to set the swing. We've already taken out that low there. You want to see it trade back through here and get into this range. But we'll wait for 9:30. It's taking these lows out prematurely. Now, Michael, go back in, type in ICT index and say, when a low is taken prior, what happens when a low is taken prior to the open? And look at his definition of what happens when that low is taken, a recent low is taken before 9:30. See how we've traded through this already? Now I'm going to come back inside this box. And you want to see it start getting some legs now. We've got a small little reversal here and here. So from here to here, make that bigger so you guys can see it. So that level we looked at over here, we've ran through it. Now we're running through it on the other side. You want to see this body get taken on the upside for this to run back into here for confirmation. Otherwise, we have a change in direction. We have more lows down here to get taken again. And we have 766. Watch that level. We've traded below it again. Above it, below it. Move to the sidelines. If it takes you out once and you think, oh, good, we're going to go long. See how it trades through that level? Comes down, gives you an opportunity to get your trade off. It's going to come lower. If it runs above it, then you can go higher. You don't want to be in this chop back and forth. Right now, this is just giving you an opportunity to take your long off because it's coming down to take out your short, your stop loss. And if you're quick to see it, you can save yourself some aggro if you would have gone long there. So watch for this level here. Aggro meaning aggravation. In England, we say aggro. I wish I could give you more than one. Oh, that's very kind of you, K-Trades. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Curfish, Beggin' Manskin is a good song. I'll have to look that one up. 9:45 news, 10 a.m. news as well. Choppy, price is very choppy. Yep. It's one of those, don't mess with it, just watch it. This, you don't want to be inside this buzzsaw, this barbed wire. But just practice this. Practice. Don't worry about trades, you guys. It doesn't matter about the trade right now. You're a Friday. You take all your profits and you move to the sidelines with your little bank of cash and you look at this and you go, there's nothing to invest in here. A smart investor looks at this and goes, this is not a place to invest. This is swampland. You don't want to be investing in swampland. There's no foundation for a trade here. Anybody who's trading this, you're gambling. or you're better at reading price action than anybody I've ever seen. So here's a run back up. We're back inside this again. So now we're back inside that range again. See how we had this run back up? If you're on the wrong side of that, and we're going to extend the range, we extended the range. Now we're back up through it, back inside this. Now you want to extend this new range above here. And now you're back inside that larger range. So pull your fib tool, 50, 62%, blah, 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 and watch. Well, let's just do it because we're practicing, right? We're just practicing. And look at the dot, 27. Interesting, hey? It's still, and when did it do time in a bottle? On the weekend? And damn it, it's still doing it. Isn't that crazy? Ba-boom! You look at that right in there. Now you want to see that climb through it. There's your 9:30 open. Now, if you think you should be catching this, if you think you're like, I missed it because I pointed at this right here, who the hell's going to risk right at 9:30 that kind of run? It's just went down, went up, went down. Wait, just wait. Journal this right now. Screen capture that and saying, I feel anxiety, like I missed something here. If you feel like you've got some anxiety because you missed this, you should not be trading live money. Because now you'd be like, oh my God, I'm so glad I didn't take that. That rips back against you right now. You go, oh, I'm so glad I didn't take it. That tells me that you're an emotional trader and you just love the dopamine hit. Because now see how that's turned into a down close candle? When that was running all the way up there, you think, I missed this. Now you're like, I'm going to chase that. You chase it right above here and it comes back and takes you out and you go, why? We did not get a body break this high, and this big one we were talking about earlier, it must break that on a close above that level before you even consider something worth trading. And you got news at 9:45, somebody said, and 10 o'clock. And it's choppy. You think it's suddenly going to clear up for a news event? No. Wait. But screen capture that because that's important, and say, and just block this out and write next to this exactly what you were feeling when it started doing that. Did I get an emotional need to run after that? Like a tiger or a cat chasing a little red dot on the side of the wall that you go splat on the wall and chase it and it runs back against you and humiliates you. Then you get short on it thinking it's going to run this way, and then it turns around and comes back on you. And you just get beat up on this, chasing this candle like a cat, chasing a red dot. Don't do it. There's nothing clean in here yet. Nothing clean in here at all. I don't want to see you guys take hits for something. There's nothing clean. If you have to wait till 10 o'clock, wait for 10. It's not going to take off so fast that, and if it does, who cares? You're not in it. You're not in it. And to me, there's this whole range here this could run back into. So now we've got a body traded above here. See that right there? And now we're getting a body above. Nope, we got a wick above that one. So now this whole range is potentially something it can trade back into. That first one is what you don't want to see, the midpoint of that last one. You see how that's through the midpoint already? And we've come back into that little imbalance you see right there. We've come back into this. We've broken above here, traded back into it, going higher, extend the range. We popped up above that range extension. Now you want to see that keep going higher now. Again, are you going to trade this right before news? No. We might end up getting that piece above. I'm okay with that. I'll stay out till 10 a.m. Smart man. Back to 8:30 and then down to 9:30. Just ICT index tip is worth the like. I agree, Edgar. That's worth like a week's worth of likes. Every time you use ICT Index, come into one of my channels and just hit like, just as I like that ICT Index. Good news. That's the most valuable piece of information I can give you. That way, you can listen to all these people who chat about knowing ICT stuff. I don't know ICT stuff better than ICT knows it. So go to the index, ask ICT. That's like asking him live. And he gives it to you word for word what he's described, and he will show you. That's like your personal ICT. I can ask him day or night, 24 hours a day, any question I want, and it provides it for me. ICTindex.io. Definitely, it's your AI Michael. That's all that is. It is the best tool you'll ever use. Hadi, why not consider trading at 9:45 news? Because that's the volatility, right? That's the volatility. So looking for my little box up here at 2942. So there's another 100 and some odd handles above us yet. There's a tiny imbalance down here. There's our first presentation. Came back, hit it nicely, and left. Um, true. Agreed. It's a wonderful tool. Thank you for sharing this. You're welcome, Mags. 878 on the buy side. I like this 15-second chart. I can see these things turning a lot quicker on a 15-second chart. Imbalance. Trade below it. Take out this low. Here, trade back inside it. Inside that range. We're going lower. Inside this range, you're at the optimum trade entry reversal. Imbalance. Come back inside it. And you want to see that go higher. Nope. It's already traded through it here. Oh, closed right on it. Now you wait. Oh, that one did open below. Come back up, find support at this, come lower. Above it now. Start pushing through this level right here. You got news at in 5 minutes. It's just not pretty, eh? Why don't put like in video and still watching the live? Not quite sure I understand what you're saying. First presentation on Thursday, 8:59. Return to an old high. I like to see this last piece stay open. And we got 2 minutes before the next news release right there. Yeah, see it ran through that. You want to see it just tap that and go, leave a portion open. If it swings through this low here, then we'll come deeper into this range again. Just coming back to tap that. I'd like to see that leave here, climb above this level right here, 844, and go higher. Just watching, just watching. Want to see it get above 844 on a close. So the 844 is just, there you go. Welcome to the news release. So we're going to go higher, I think. We just saw that first indication to go higher. So usually when you get a news release, the first thing you look for is the first displacement. Then you see it whip down. That first displacement, wherever it likes to displace to, just watch that on a news release. So it displaced higher. Let's see if it goes higher. We don't, if it takes out this this low here, then we're coming back deeper into the range and I was wrong. Come back into this candle. All the way from high to low. So we've gone higher, taken out the high. I would like to have seen that gone higher still yet. Watch this level right here. You see, this is not the kind of thing you want to see. You want to see come down, tap it, and get its intent to go higher, not this waffling around stuff. There you go. See, this is not, you want to just see it tap here and go. Not all this messy, choppy. Extend the range a little bit, come back down. Extend the range a little bit, drop all the way back down again. Eat through this candle. It's just a lousy way to spend a summer vacation. I like the gaps. That's great. You want those to stay open. Done, done. So watch, as soon as we break that high, watch these levels. If we take out this candle on the downside, then we're back to this guy again. See, that's not all good. When it starts eating through it like that. close below that level, come back in, give it a tap. Anywhere all the way up into here again. You can go lower on that. I can argue lower, and then if it takes that high there, I can argue higher. You got this one wanting to go lower, and this one potentially wanting to go higher. We've just hit this level here. We traded below it, right there on a close. Came back up, gave it a little tap, and we're going lower. So now you want to see these, if we take out these lows here on the downside close. So there's the 9:30 news, or that 9:45 candle news. As soon as you see that first indication to go higher, wait for the displacement down, and then if it breaks that high again, look for it to go higher. And then you wait for to see if we have a reversal happening. Then you look for your first reversal. So just something to keep in mind. We have news at 10 o'clock as well, right? So in 10 more minutes, that's what I want you to watch. Watch very carefully for the first displacement, either up or down. And see if that holds true. It'll be one of those things we test. So that was our short right there that we called as it was happening. Now we want to see it get through here. And there you go. We want to take this out on the downside for getting significant displacement. A structure break below here. Bodies respecting inside that level we're looking for. It ate all the way through the mean threshold of that candle. Back into here, displace. I'd like to see that keep coming down now. And down she comes. Toomey 28, good morning. Johnny Trades, what about 5-second chart? Is it okay to use? Any chart's okay to use. Use a 1-second chart if you're that crazy. 1-second charts is not, just remember the spread's going to be 25 handles on a 1-minute chart. So it can really displace where you want to, or a 1-second chart. It can really, you know, if you're trading inside this and you got a 25 handle displacement or 25 handle spread, there you see 75, 25. See, it'll be from 25 to 50. So you've got, on a lower time frame, that spread, you have to take into consideration that on both sides. So that's why I don't like 1-second charts. The 1-minute chart, there's a little tiny bit of spread in there. It's not such a big deal, and you can trade this more accurately. That's why I prefer 1 minute. 15 seconds, still good. You get down to 5 seconds, and I know we had one of my guys in here. I haven't seen him for a while. Lauriston. He's a firefighter from Jamaica. Awesome guy, and he catches 5-second reversals. And it's, again, we're looking for the same thing. You want to train your eye. If you're that good, you train your eye to recognize it that fast. I have trouble still finding it on a 1 minute and a 15-second chart. A 1-second chart, it's not going to make that big a difference in terms of my trading style. And I don't need that kind of rush. I like 15 seconds to 1 minute. That gives me enough time to really have a good look at the chart to say, now I know where we're going. Okay. Rejection block. Nothing here. You'd have to take out this high, start coming back in here. Otherwise, it's still looking for this to come lower. Remember, there's a lot of liquidity sitting down here still. Get above here, we'll start talking. Good morning, Mr. Derek. How are you doing, buddy? Let's get a body above here. There's a reverse right here, taking out a low. Look at this here. If we come all the way back down into this candle right there, now you want to see it kick off of there, start going higher. Confirmation is a trade with a body above here, not just a wick. Got to get a body above that. So that's your reverse. Now you want to see that continue to the upside with some intentions of going higher now. Excelente. Now you look for this candle, come back and just give it a little kiss and get out of there. You don't want to see it come all the way through it like that. You got these whole candles, this cluster here, and see how low it comes? That's why I like that just to be one candle with a couple of down candles and it sits by itself. When you have it in a cluster like this, you have to take into consideration that whole thing. This is what you want to see. See how it's broken up with this? You want to see it come above it, come back and just tap this one and go higher. Otherwise, all of this you have to incorporate. See how you come back into the mean threshold of all of that? When you get above it, you're all the way back into, no, we're above it here. All the way back into it here on this candle return. Pull the fib tool from here, you'll see. Go from wick to wick. 50%. See how it comes all the way back into 50% of that and then goes higher? So you have to use all of it. See how it came? Now if I pull that fib tool over here and here, 50% of it. See how we just dipped? We got above it right here. You dipped all the way through inside that whole thing and then finally went higher. You're above this one now. Three more minutes and we have another news release. Good, well, I think that I may just go for a target a day during this mess we have going right now between the world condition and holidays in the US, thinking that anything more may be too much. Yes, I agree. Just like play inside the range. Just internal, for me, internal range liquidity hunts. It's the best thing you can ask for this time of year. Looking for grandiose runs on old highs. Just the previous high of the day or the low of the day behind you is ideally where all you want to look for. This will go ahead and handle. Taking no trades, too much consolidation. Smart man. Smart man, Johnny. It's just, if you're not an internal range liquidity trader and that's not your thing, don't play with this. This is not, it's not for you to play with. Plain simple. Stay out of it. If you are an internal range liquidity hunter, you're a fib tool puller, then good for you. Way to go. That's your style. Now you're back up into this box again. This little box here would be up in here, from there to there. Pull that over, you've hit it. Now we can come all the way back down into this box here again. And I'm going to move this one out of the way now. Let's just get this out of the way. There's the 9 o'clock. Anyone see what that happened? Do we get it displaced down first, up, then pop down? I missed it. Did anybody see it? So if it went down, up, and then down, we're starting to head down. If it went up first, down, we'll see if that's an indication to go higher. We're just inside this range, so this is like the false run before the take out of the high. Pull your fib tool on this level right here. Let me get this one out of here. 50%, right to this old high here. Right there. Give it a kiss. Well, I think we're just tiny, like whatever the low is on that candle. 27, 880 or 827, and the high is 826.75. So literally the spread in there was the difference between there and there. Now I want to see if it takes out. There's a little imbalance right here. You see it? Watch here. Unless we get a body above here. Watch this level right here at 831. See how we gapped? Literally opened on the high. Come back, give it a little kiss. And now you want to see that run higher. Take out that little high right above you. We're going to move this now. That's that false leg that you want to see. Now you want to see it just, if this was our first displacement, and again, I missed it. Did anybody catch that first displacement? Was it higher or lower? Thanks, D. Made a little green long crude despite me trading it poorly. You did get some, lovely, lovely. I'm glad you got that, Craig. Did it hit off the level I was looking for, or I suggested? I can't remember. You got a reversal here. You want to see something trade above here. A body trades above it. You don't even get the kiss there. Trade above this level. Right there. Open, tap. That would be a tough one. Look at this. See a body trade above that whole level? It does. Waffles, comes back inside this range 50%, comes back to old highs here, does eat through that. So I would wait then for this high to get taken here. You wait, it gets taken right there, and unfortunately I wouldn't have been in on that. I wouldn't have been in on that. So unless you looked at this reversal back in here and said, I'm okay with that, returning to this old high right here, catching that for the run. Reverse, reverse, trades right there. That's the only one you could have caught right there off that guy. Body trades above it, come back, give it a kiss to 25. Then remember the 50% is all we want to see it come to. Bang, hits it, away you go. So if you caught that right there, Craig, right off of the lessons I've been trying to show you guys about looking at this candle and making sure that it's 50%. You don't want to see it trade through 50% with a close. It doesn't, and away you go. That would have been a nice little catch right there. So for me, had I not been able to catch any of that stuff, you wait, you see this, takes out these lows, you get a reversal here, body goes above that, you go great. If it comes back to this, I'm taking it. Body trades above that one. The candle that takes out this, 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 and that, you trade the last one you see, which is this one, not way down here. Trade that. Put your stop loss one tick below that level, and then off you go. Again, that looks like I'm form fitting it, but you'll hear me describe that many times in in the future and in the past. Ooh, look at that quick reverse. We came right back up into rejection block. We did not make a new high. Did not take that high out on a close. Body traded through it. And you go, ooh, no, I'm on the wrong side of that. We've traded through it again. You don't even get an opportunity to unload your position, and she booked away on you. So you have to, your fail safe has to be, as soon as I see it break that level on a close, I'm on the wrong side of this, or potentially on the wrong side of this. That little imbalance we talked about here, it trades through it right there. It's the last one. And you go, I give you an opportunity to get out right there before going lower. Right back into this little imbalance right here. Look at that. Beautiful. Now I want to see it come all the way back up inside that range. This is internal range of liquidity now. If you trade below that level, like we did here, below this level, then we're looking for further downside extension through here. Well, I'm glad you made some green today, Craig. Good for you, buddy. You're so right again. You're like my wife. I saw I've got a smart wife, that's why. See how that's now become that internal range liquidity again? Talked about that here. Coming back inside the range, it's doing just that. Internal range liquidity hunt. So pull your fib tool. If you're doing an internal range liquidity, let's say you just keyed off there, you were just ballsy and said, I want to go right off that. Then pull your fib tool right off that whole run. Like that. And say, I've hit 50%, move to break even, take half your trade off. If it comes back to your break even, you've taken half your trade off and you're in the wrong direction. And if it hits 62% on this, then you move it to 62. I tell you, it's a bomber way to manage your trade internal liquidity hunt. Use your fib tool and you stick to that rule. Be like Hadi, stick to the rule. The man is very rule based. He's very specific about what he sees, and that's how you get profitability, is stick to your rules. It's the only way you're going to do this. This is not a feel it out kind of environment. Trading emotionally, trade your rules. And even if you're wrong, and this reverses and comes all the way back down for the next price leg down, you made a portion of your trade off here. Right now, see how you would have taken off half your trade there, and your break even is right here sitting. So your stop loss was sitting down here. Your break even is right there. It's going to come back and tap you right at the bottom of this level here. That's where you're looking for your break even. So half your trade is already off. If it runs back to you again, you just go, this is delicious, man. I love it. Let it go to 62%, and that trade is still on. Half of your trade is still on. Stop loss was sitting right at break even, right there. Came all the way down, gave you a little, hey, guess what? I'm going to take you out. No, I'm not. Run right back through. So if we clear this candle on the upside, then you look for further upside. If not, we've just come back inside this range. So we're between this one going lower, this one going higher. The battle begins. Good against evil. Good against evil. Whatever way you want to look at it, or whatever direction you want to go. I caught heck yesterday going for liquidity above the high, and it wouldn't go there. Had to have some drawdown before I got back to profitable on that trade. Went the right direction, all that matters. Yep, I noticed algorithms go one tick past stops every time. Yeah, they do. See how it's just ran the stop out now? So half your trade is off here and the other half broke even. Now it says, hey, look, I'm going lower. Drops below it, comes back up, inside. That's what you want to see. Body's inside, extends the range, albeit it's super close. Usually you like to see those sitting up here so you know you can aim for some meat down there, right? But that's the classic pop below, come back up inside. You can get short on that now, and you want to see it take out this down here. See how, look at that, bang, bang, right on the bottom of it. These are key levels. None of that has anything to do with volume. That has zero to do with some guy in a freaking board meeting out of 100 different futures tech company. They're all having a board meeting that stopped it right there. Somebody said, nope, wait for the boss to get back. Okay, now he's here. We can all go again. Crap. It's algorithmic, man. Look at that. What a beautiful takeoff in the downward direction. And we called it staying on the horse, man. That's what we do. Stay on the horse. I gotta love it. Yeah, it's not always one tick. I would say when you're looking at rejection blocks, I would probably say there's some more truth to your analysis, Johnny, above a rejection block. Like when you see a rejection block get hit, usually you use, this one didn't in this case, but if you do, you might see just one tick above that rejection block, and then all of a sudden it just starts booking it back down. You're like, it was so close, but the rejection block took me out. Like right here. Here's a good example. There's the rejection block right here, that last little up close wick right there. Draw that across. So look at this candle's close. It closed at 83 or 831.50. This one closed at 838.75. So that's even that. Oh no, sorry, it's high. 831.50. Its high is 855.50. Really? That's not right. It's closed is 8. Oh, sorry, I was on the wrong one. 855, and look at this one here. It closes at 855.50. So half a tick, and still didn't take out that high. That's where, and look at this right here. Well, this one did take it out. So this would have been close to your analysis. What's the low of that candle? The low is 71.50, and the low on this candle is 71 or 795.50. The low on this one is 7. Am I on the right one? It keeps moving me over. Low is 791.50. 791.25. So it's just, that actually is, yeah, it's 0.25, a quarter of a tick lower than that. Anyway, I like your idea there, Johnny, but just remember it's probably more likely above a rejection block than it is above an old high, though I'm sure you could give me multiple examples where it is only one tick. Be careful about using words like every time, always, universal. We call those universal quantifiers in NLP. They limit you. If you always say always, then that's all you can expect, is it always to happen. Then when it doesn't, it throws you for a loop. You're like, that always happens. Why didn't it? Just say, I notice a majority of the time that it does this. There are certain times that it doesn't. Look for those times where it doesn't. Language is important, especially when you say it up here to yourself. Your unconscious believes everything you tell it. It only takes positives. It doesn't understand a negative. And I've worked a lot with the unconscious mind. The way you phrase your self-talk, how you talk to yourself, is so critical, you guys, so critical. Now, if it takes out those two down close candles, we've got on the downside, comes back inside them. You want to see that extend the range lower and dig deeper into that range from the low here to the high. watch these two now. If that body closes below that, we gap below it right there. No, not quite. We're still in a wick situation. And you wouldn't take this on a run inside here because you're already in the discount. You want to be above that. You want to be in a premium for discount. See how the body closed below it here? Come back up, give it a kiss. Want to go lower. We came right to this candle's open, and now we're getting a bit of a reaction. So you're already in that extreme discount. So you want to see the mean threshold of this candle give way. And this candle be used, because this is the breaker that takes out this high and that high. You want to see that breaker hold price now and start wrestling against this mitigation block here. I guess this was all down close candle. Support, dig through here. You can see how this is really high resistance crap, right? Inside a small range. If this continues to hold price right at that open or the mean threshold, then look for a run back through here. And this box now becomes important right there. If we're talking the old H in ES and SMT, does that mean NQ will not take it? Old highs in ES. I don't do SMT. You'd have to ask Derek. I'm not going to give you my guess on SMT stuff. My understanding of SMT does not change how I trade on this 15-second chart. And it's like I've told you guys in the past, if you are SMT traders, I am not discounting anything that you use for SMT, but see if what we're talking about in here coincides or dovetails with your SMT understanding. If it does, then great. And then you can find the correlation between SMT and staying in price action on a 15-second chart. And if you see SMT happening and you go, okay, so if one of the indices has failed to make a lower low, then the other two have, then that one you suspect would be the stronger of the three, because it tells you that their smart money is investing in that one, so it's holding price back. More money is flowing into that. So you'd expect to see a reversal happening on that chart and not letting it go any lower, and you want to see it start pulling back higher, and then those other ones eventually getting back in sync with it, or it giving up the ghost, runs for some liquidity, you see a reversal, and then getting back in sync with the other two. That's my understanding of SMT anyway, for what it's worth. Derek and Abs and those guys will give you a better understanding than me, or go to ICTindex.io and ask Mr. Huddleston himself. The Huddleston robot. See how we've traded above that level right now? Boop. Now I'm expecting that to go higher inside this range now. Would this be the Judas swing? What Judas swing are we talking about now? The opening market Judas swing? No, you can't call a Judas swing every single, unless you're looking at hourly candles. I'm still looking for 653, big figure. That's my downside look for the day. I want to see half this wick get traded through, or two, all the way down to 633. I don't see anything more than that. Tap that, then I'm looking for a reversal, because I'm still looking for my box above me here. Because according to the time in a bottle, we should have a couple of more up close days. The next, today, tomorrow, or Monday, Tuesday should give us our swing high for the week. That's what I'm expecting. So I'm expecting this to stay in here and not break these lows today. Unless 16, if we do break one of these lows and that stays, no, it wouldn't stay high. If this runs all the way down in here and then 16, 17 takes us higher next week, this doesn't make sense that this would be a high here. It makes sense that it would still keep going higher if our time in a bottle still applies. So see how we broke the low again? Change your mind. We ran up, rejection block, did not take out the highs again. You're into rejection block. It traded below it, came back up, extended all the way down into rejection block. Oh, it didn't quite hit rejection block here. I don't even know what the hell that hit. What did that hit? That imbalance slightly below it, like almost right on it. Mean thresholds through that. Right back up inside this guy again. A lot of chop going on. Holy cripity. Yeah, it's not even hitting the levels that I would like to see normally. Mean thresholds through that. Going higher back into this consolidation again, or this BISI. Ran all the way up inside, dropped back down, found support. Looking for downside now, looking for the rest of this to get taken out. Looking for this mean threshold to give way. Find support at this consolidation on the downside, come back up into it. Even a CAM 2 model that's through the 50% of the CAM model. Oh, maybe not. You pull the high to the low. 50% is right there. That's the 50%. So that's the CAM model for a run back up in here. See how it's come back to that 50% level on the CAM model. Run back up to just shy of rejection block again. Yeesh, that's a crappy one. You'd expect it to start running up and taking out an old high, and it's come back down. As soon as it trades below that 50% level, your CAM model is failing. That's another way to recognize what I've showed you over here for a failure. When it trades through, it comes back to it. The other one is if there's not a CAM 3 model here, look for if it closes below 50% of the range and comes back to it. See there? It extends. It's going to take out your low. It's going to take out your stop loss. That's another little thing. You need to screen capture that right there. I'll give you a second. I'll open this up a little bit so you can see it. Screen capture that for a CAM model. If you're looking at your CAMs and say, here's 50%, ran back up inside that range. If you're looking at internal range liquidity hunt, 50%, 62%, anywhere inside here, start paying yourself on the way up. Comes back, starts again, pull your 50% of your fib on that range, comes all the way back up, fills right here, right off that price point, and then drops below, takes out 50%, don't get and reinvest in that. Look for a short from there. Now we get above it again. Look at how we're using that 50% once again to push higher. Interesting how the bodies trade below it, trade above it, and still use it for support or resistance. Screen capture that, note it, give yourself enough space in here to write lots of information. There's a little bit more for the CAM model, people. So we have a low taken right here, reverse, body trades above it right here. And then you've got this imbalance right here, body trades above that imbalance. And then we get a return to old high here. You don't get that imbalance, which is right here. So you wait, it takes out this candle and that candle. So it takes out this bold candle here for this little swing, comes back inside it, pushes higher. Look for this candle here now. The body's traded above it, found support at it, inside a level we'd like to see support at. Now you want to see that, you know, you don't want to see that giveaway, that mean threshold. Watch the close. Watch the close. Right there. Tab it one more time. Go. You got to get out of there now. No, you don't want to see it eating through it. Not a good sign. So you want to see it tap, go. Because it's that internal range of liquidity you got to hunt for. I don't like seeing, see how the body's traded below that? That just throws me all to hell right there. And it just came back to that candle's high again. Run higher. Yeah. See, that shit throws me off. That violates my rule, so I'm out, and then it turns around and goes back up again. Look for these relative equal highs to get taken to the upside before you consider anything bullish there. You have another reversal. Equal, they're not leaving that untouched, obviously. Reverse. If it takes out this low, you look in internal range of liquidity again. Look for all these areas that never got hit. Watch them again. I'm going to draw them all out here for you. This one, all the way to here. You think the algorithm didn't give you an opportunity to get in on these. So no body above there. Finally got here. So no body above that one, right to there. So you want to see if this retraces now that it's taken out, is running below this low here, closed below it, came back up inside it. We're looking for these two objectives down here now for internal range liquidity hunt. I suspect you're an NLP fellow. Yes, I'm an instructor of NLP, actually. I got my instructor certification. So there's your first one. And you've already tapped the second one already. You're right. I will make sure to change my wording. I'm very much how you speak to yourself is very important. And I spent a lot of years speaking very badly to my unconscious mind. And it just starts taking it all as fact. And you start to believe it. And it ain't true. Change your mindset. What you say is just as important as what you do. Watch for this little piece down here now. See how we saw that I was calling all this before it happened? You can see when the algorithm changes direction on you, you can literally see where it's going to come internal. And that's the things we're mapping out. Now you want to see it trade through here on a close. Watch the bodies. The mean threshold on this candle right here is the last line in the sand. And look at that. And away we go. We broke through here. Down you go. And you would have caught this run from up here. Unless you're just using those as your exit points. If you would have pulled your fib tool on that all the way down and left 10% on to run, your 10% on a nice little ripper here. Imbalance. Return to this huge order block here. That's a huge breaker that takes all that lot out. That right there is a big run up. That's all a breaker. Last candle is the most sensitive. So look for the low. Look at that. Bink. Hit it right here. And the close. Now, if it would have come back, your stop loss would have been sitting halfway through here, or at the top of that. I don't know wherever you put your fail safe on this, because if this reverses, you're looking at that little imbalance right there now. As soon as it trades above it, you go, ooh, there's an imbalance. I could be on the wrong side of this, and we're running for a new internal range liquidity hunt. So now you say, I'm out of my trade and I'm ready to go long. And I'm stuck between this breaker and this continuing to move internal range liquidity. So you are going to gamble between whether or not you think that's going to go higher, and you need to break through the mean threshold of that candle to start thinking, we could probably go higher. We could return all the way back into this level right here and then roll over and go back down again. Like that. See how we've just come back inside that imbalance again? And we gave it a little kiss right there. And now you're looking for a run higher inside this range liquidity. So, and you're through the mean threshold already. See that? Why am I bullish here? You're bullish now. I agree with you being bullish here now. NQ still has liquidity higher. I agree. Let's go get some. This looks like it's cleaning up now. You see how that chop that we had earlier? Now all of a sudden you see it starting to clean up. This is nice. It's cleaning things up now. It looks a little smoother on a run. So choppy, gosh. My headache is back again. Oh, curry fish. You got to get yourself a little massagio. Get your boyfriend to give you a head scratch. Brush your hair. Anything that takes away some of that. You might have your shoulders tense too. If you're trading like this and you're like, you're tense, you loosen your shoulders, get up, have a stretch. Don't let the charts tense up your body. Feel your body. Relax. Let her go, man. Let her go. A high taken, reverse. We get this low taken here. Not a good sign for me. I want to see that start marching back up through this mean threshold of this candle here, or a fill of that fair value gap, which you've just got right here. I want to see that start marching back up again now. There's a little tiny imbalance right here. Are we going to tap that? Let me stretch that out a little bit. You can see it right there. See how the bodies are respecting it? And I don't even like the fact that it's come back and revisited this again. You want to see that, tap that and leave. The fact that a wick gives you an indication that we're coming back into this range right here again. Internal range all the way back down to here. We've worked this already here, worked it again. This whole lower half of this has been worked. So I wouldn't want to see the consequent encroachment of this get taken now. We've got a body traded below here. So there's your swing. Body comes back up inside. We're looking for further downside now. If we get through this little imbalance down here, we're looking to go lower. Not really cleaning up a lot now. Back to that choppiness. We had a moment there that it looked good for a second, and then it's gone back into this choppiness again. Look for support inside here for a continuation on the downside. Looking for downside objective of 736, 737. Jetting for today. Nothing interesting. Going to study PA for a bit. Have a great weekend. See you later, Dave. Smart move today, man. Stay out of this mess. Good. I'm also an NLP certified coach. This changed my results and life completely. Good for you, buddy. Yeah, I've seen I've done lots of counseling and stuff with NLP. It works awesome. We get through this level on a close. Look to go higher. There. Now look to go higher. Traded above it. Low will be down to here. If we trade through this level at 754, then again we're back to, do we take out this low and go lower? We didn't take out 754, so you still want to go higher. See, this is that whole high resistance crap, right? When you're stuck inside ranges, you want to see a candle just kick off and react and go the direction you want it to go, and not all this waffling around stuff. Did not break our level here, so that's good. We're still above that level. That's good. You want to see that comes, give that a kiss now and get out of Dodge, not waffle around in here. Right? Give it a kiss right there. Now leave. It's like you're telling it what to do, hey? That's exactly what we're looking for. Now you want to keep going up. Keep coming higher. Keep coming higher. This was an old level that we were looking for, wasn't it? On the way down or way up? I can't remember if that was down or up. Anyway, I'll get rid of those now. Still looking for this to go higher. Let's see if we can get through that level. Good, I'm a certified coach as well. Good morning, family. Paulette, I haven't seen Paulette in a while. Good morning. How's Paulette? Good to see you again. Welcome, welcome. Merry Christmas and all that. Happy holidays. I went long on this here, and I've moved right into profit already, and I'm not going to I'm going to let that ride now and see if we can take out these highs here. I'm going to chase each one of the candles up behind it, just because it's so unstable right now. I want to maximize my profits. So as soon as it takes that high out, I'm going to move to the bottom of that one. I'm right in here right now. Now it's taking that high out. I could see that come ripping all the way back and take me out. So that's locking in some profits. And if it takes off from here, beautiful. Carry on. Fill your boots. I'm in long on that off of I got in down here somewhere. As soon as we traded above that level, I got in right there off that level and went long. I did not move to here. I'm going to wait for here now. I'm going to move to the bottom of that candle. So I'm sitting right here. And if you look at this, see how we had a body traded above here? And then what did we do? Came back, gave it a kiss right on the right on the lips, took her to the party, kissed her at the front door, said, I'm heading home now. Thank you for a lovely evening. And then you carry on. Lovely evening. So that was an entry right there as well. So I now am moving to here. I'm sitting right here. And if it takes me out, I'm okay with that. And make a bit of cash, move to the sidelines. Welcome to Friday. Right off the new initial presentation. Find some support off that and push, push, push. Let's go higher. I like it. There's our first one at 40, 40, 42. I want to see that keep going higher now. I don't want to see 40 and then it switch up on us and come back down. We have London low yet on the table. NLP, what is that? It's called neuro-linguistic programming. Neuro-linguistic programming. Richard Bandler and John Grinder were their inventors back in the, I think it's the 70s. It's a fascinating thing. It's on how to modify, change human behavior through linguistics and our interpretation of language. I'm just going to be inside that. I'm just inside this level here now. I'm just going to sit right at that low. That's me. I'm out. This is where it turns around and goes back up. So if it does go back up, clears this high here, then I go long again, and that will be another price leg higher into this, potentially. But don't forget, we're getting close to 11 o'clock now. Is there a reliable source out there to dig deeper into NLP, as Google just throws a ton of crap? Thanks. Yeah, anything with Bandler and Grinder, study any of their stuff, then I would say you're on the right track, because those are it's like ICT, right? You want to learn it right from the horse himself. So Richard Bandler and John Grinder, those are the guys that invented it. So any videos or any information you can get on those guys, and it's more Bandler than Grinder. Grinder was a lot more, he was a linguistic professor, and Bandler he's more of the front man. And those two obviously broke up. Anything Tony Robbins used to use it. NLP, he now calls it kunai. It's all crap. It's all NLP. He thinks he's invented something new just because he pissed off Bandler, but it really is NLP. I went to one of his Date with Destiny seminars. 10 grand I paid to go to that thing in Australia. So I was to watch him use his NLP. It's rather masterful, but it is NLP. I don't care what he tries to reframe it or repackage it. It's NLP. He's using NLP on people, and he's literally using it on people. He's not really there was some unethical things I didn't agree with old Tony Robbins, and I was a fan of his big time for many years, and now I get so disappointed when I went to that. They're trying all these freaking NLP head games on me. When you get there, or anyone when they get there, you got to get back in, because they're constantly trying to get you to buy more stuff. It was just like going to a selling frenzy. You didn't go there to really learn much about personal change, as they try to just get you to buy at the next program. And it was frustrating as hell to be listening to it. But anyway, that's just me. If you read some of his old stuff, Tony's stuff, like Awaken the Giant Within, that's got some good stuff in it. Let's watch this. Oh, sorry, I'm not even on my charts here. So I'd like to see this use this level here to go higher now. And again, we're looking for higher prices. Nice reversal. I thought NLP was National. The Animal House. I loved National Lampoon's Animal House. That was an awesome back in the day. Curry Fishbowl. I short at 6:45, 15-minute inversion fair value, because if price is going to be bullish, that FV, what's FV? Fair value should be respected and got stopped out on the 15-minute. Let me have a look at this for you, my dear. There's nothing on a 15-minute chart that would warrant a short, my dear. I'm sorry, I don't see any of that for you. Yeah, I don't see that. Yeah, sorry, I didn't see that. Unless we come back up into this mean threshold here and that holds price and we start to pull back into this, which you're getting a nice response off of this here now. We've taken that. Here's a break in market structure. We've traded below it, give it a little kiss. Now I'd say you can potentially come short, but inside a 15-minute chart, I don't see anything other than off this mean threshold here for a short at 850. If you're looking for this to come back into this order block, the moment it trades through the mean threshold of that level, you got to start saying to yourself, there's nothing in here for me to reach for other than the last stop close candles open or mean threshold. That's the upside objective. And if you eat through that on the way up, if you just want to tap it like this, we ate through it, tapped it and went lower. That's ideally where you would want to be 15 minutes ago or half an hour ago. That's the one you want for the low, to run for the lows, or at least for this fair value gap below you. And the moment it starts to run back up, then you go, wait a second, why is it revisiting this again? It should just keep coming lower. And it's not. It comes back up. If it eats through that mean threshold, move to the sidelines, wait, because if it takes out that high, you're definitely on the wrong side of it. Now, if it comes back down and re-engages this right there at 810, we could look to go higher on that. So I'd like to see that come down to 810, which is that first fair value gap opening again. That will give you reclaiming this breaker to go higher. So extend the range. This, unfortunately, you'd have to see this take out that high to go higher. We have an imbalance above you here. We've got an order block, trade below it, come back up inside that order block. We're through this cluster here. So I can argue both directions on this one. So if you can argue both directions, don't take any one, just wait. Otherwise, roll the dice and gamble if you want. Sure, that's good. Thank you so much, Darren. I came across NLP long ago, but couldn't follow through. Oh, it really is amazing stuff. I use NLP with hypnosis with clients. I find that there's a lot of stuff. I do timeline therapy with, he's now passed away, is Tad James. He does a thing he invented called timeline therapy. And I've used that with hypnosis. It works really well with hypnosis. You can use it with without it. It was obviously designed without it. But I find when you're talking to someone's unconscious mind and you can get into that theta wave mindset, suggestions are much more or much easier retained than not. See how we've returned into this order block here? 50% of that range. You pull back into it And now we've left the mean threshold, the consequent encroachment of that SIBI, traded to that. And now we're reversing below here, taking that out, come back inside that for an extension down here. We want to see this level here get taken for confirmation, and that on a close. So this one first, then this one, and look for a deeper run back into this bigger range here. Again, we're looking for that high at 810. 810 puts us right in here. Let's see if we can get to that point. It's 814. Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of books on NLP. I have to see if I can go downstairs in a minute. I'll see if I can find something for you. Could you use to heal? Could really use to heal myself. Yes, there's a lot of NLP stuff you can do yourself. Sensory modality depends on if you're more visual, auditory, or kinesthetic person. Most people are visual and kinesthetic. There are a few auditory people out there. I'm not an auditory learner. I'm a visual kinesthetic person. So I like to see something, and I like to get my hands on something so I can get a better grasp of it. And if you listen to my language, I like to get a better grasp of it. Listen to the words people use. That's why whenever you see your spouse and you are arguing, you say, you just don't seem to get a hold, you don't seem to get a hold of what it is I'm trying to present to you. And she goes, I see what it is you're saying. I see. It sounds, it's clear to me. Then she's using language like I see. It's clear, still clear. It's brilliant. They're using visual signals or visual language to understand, and you're not grasping what it is I'm trying to hand you here. You know, or somebody else says, so that's a grasp. I'm trying to hand you something, right? So they use words that represent their kinesthetic. Or you said people, oh, that really rings a bell, or that sounds good to me, right? Listen to the words people use. Here I am yakking about NLP stuff. I love NLP stuff. So listen to people's language. The language they use usually represents where they hold their representation in terms of how their model of the world. And it might be from a visual, auditory, or kinesthetic level. So listen to the words they use. And then if you replace or repeat those words back to somebody, if you repeat their language back to them, they go, oh. So if you turn around and your wife is always saying things like visual words, because she sees things much more clear, and you start to say to her, saying, if you could see this, if I could show you this, you'd see how clear this point is. And she'd go, okay, well, let me see what it is you're trying to show me, right? And then you start using her language, and then they go, yeah. They respond to that unconsciously. They respond to it way better. So when you talk about words to yourself, your unconscious never processes a negative. It only processes a positive. So you say, I can't do that. It doesn't understand can't. It just says, I do that. Say, I'm shit. Well, that's not a negative. It's just a reflection on yourself. So can't, won't are not words that you should use. Things like I'm improving, that phrase that came back out in the 60s. Each and every day, in every way, I get better and better. That's paraphrasing it, I'm sure. Anyway, how you talk to yourself is very important. Your unconscious picks up everything. If you call yourself an asshole, your unconscious will find a reason to find out why you are such. Okay, if that's what we are, then I'll take that as here's all the reasons why we are. And you just keep looking for negative. It's like wherever your energy flows or attention goes, energy follows. And you focus on crap, that's all you get more of. Focus on the positive, man. Don't focus on your losses for the day. Focus on what you're doing right. And you'll get more of what you do right and instead of what you do wrong. Sorry, I'm preaching. 48 people in here and I'm preaching. That's only because we're waiting for price to do something. See, we're inside this little consolidation. We've broke below this level, pop back up inside it. So you've got this whole level to play with to go lower. You've got to get above that level there, which we visited once. You got to get above that on a close to go higher. Otherwise, we're more heavy right now with this consolidation. So right now I'm between this candle and this candle. This little close right here. See how the bodies are respecting that right there. So you're between that little fair value gap right here and that candle's mean threshold. You want to get above here with a body and then start using this mean threshold and those two to fight, but they're not. It's just between this fair value gap and that guy. Or if you're looking for like array to like array, we're looking for this right here, discount array, and the premium array is right here. That little balance right there. So 28.34 and 28.20. See how it's holding fast on it? It's freezing up on it right here. And now we've got a wick that dipped down into the rejection block. And if we look at our friend that was talking about that one wick below, see how you go from 816 to 817? It's one tick into the rejection block, and then we're back into that range again. So to me, that's more likely what you're going to see is one tick into a rejection block instead of one tick below a low. And you can see that for sure. So we're back up to our little level we talked about at 833. Now if we see if we get a close above that. One, good. Now we get a close above. We come back into it. Or do we get a body above here? If we get a body above here, this is the guy I start to play off of. There you go. You're right back to it. 833. And we're back into this range again. Welcome to consolidation. I'll be right back. Preach on, very insightful. We are 48 and only 13 likes. It's sad, man. I got 27 likes and there's 44 people in here. I must be giving some information you like. That doesn't matter. Come on, people. Let's hit the like button. Refresh your browser, bro. It's much higher now. I got 27. I'll be right back. I'm just going to go to the bathroom. It's consolidating, so I'll be right back. I got a whole bunch of cool books. These are the books I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Well, we lost a bunch of people, hey? That's okay. Refresh your browser, bro. It's much higher. Like the stream, everyone. One more. Please hit like, support him. Thanks, Shepard. Appreciate it. Just wanted to make you look on the like counter. 39 likes out of 41 watching. That's okay. That's good. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So I think somebody was asking, Mags, I think you were asking there's some books. I got tons of books on this stuff, so I want to make you look. 39 likes. Okay, could you show time on the bottle right corner? Move the video a bit more above the left. Helps when revisiting the video with time. On time. Let me have a look at this. What are you talking about here? Display. Sorry. I'm trying to get this window to come up a little higher, and I don't know how to get this. Does that help? If I shrink my little head there? Or do I need to move this to another location? Does that help? I don't know what it is you're looking for. I'll put my head over here. What if I put it like right there? Is that better? What if I put it right there? That's perfect. That's all you need. That's all you need to see. Oh, no. Sorry. I'm screwing with it here. Okay, that's good enough. It's all good. Thanks a lot there. And community, have a great weekend. I got to go back to the salt. Take care, Edgar. See you later, buddy. Adjust both sides of your trading view chart. Yeah, you don't need to see all the little magnets and all that stuff on the side here. I've got it over as close as I can to that last candle. Anything over here is not, all it is just those little markers you see on the trading view thing. So we don't need that. I wanted to try and give you as maximum amount of the chart as I could. And on this side, all it is the light bulb and the chat stuff. You don't need that either. So anyway, that'll be where we're at. Is Mags, are you still in here? We're still waiting for the low to get taken on the downside. Get a return back into this candle. Right there. Come lower. Right off this candle's low. Right into the body. All the way up to this. You can have this whole cluster here. That's why you just want to see one candle here, like up candles, and just one creates a low. You don't want to see all these, otherwise we can run all the way up into this imbalance up here again. That's where you're hitting right off of it there. So now you've got reverse, taking out that low, all the way back down in here. So you're between this reversal to go higher, and this reversal which you've just hit to go lower back to this guy right there. So now you want to see if it trades below it, and it does. Literally opens on it. You want to see it come lower now, unless it takes out this high. If it takes out this high, you're looking for this, trade above, and then take this high to get back into that range again. So you still want to see this come lower. And if Mags, if you're in here, these are all hypnosis books. Emotional Intelligence, awesome book. Daniel Goleman. It's an older book. A lot of people have discounted or they don't like it, but I think it's a great book. Talking about emotional intelligence. No Opportunity Wasted. Phil Kogan. Have you ever read anything? They're really good. It's now, right? No opportunity wasted. I just like the whole idea of that premise. Live for the now. Don't sweat and worry about the past or all that other stuff. Focus on now. And never. Oh, he talks about in the book about getting lost. Go get lost. Go on a trail that's never been taken before. Get yourself lost, and you'll find that there's opportunities and things you'll experience. You'll learn about your character and how you handle situations. If there's an opportunity, take it. No opportunity wasted. Good book. Richest Man in Babylon. Excellent book. Excellent book. It's a small book. It's an awesome read. And it got soaked in cologne one day. Book still smells really good. And it just ate away. It makes you wonder about the cologne you wear. It just ate away at all the letters and stuff on my book. But it's a delicious smelling book, but a very good book. Essentials of NLP. That's a good book. Think and Grow Rich, another good book. Napoleon Hill, excellent. If you can get that on audiobook, it's an excellent book. I read that one years ago. Very good. You guys aren't into hypnosis stuff. These are all clinical hypnosis books. Clinical hypnosis for pain control. Clinical hypnosis with kids. She's Lynn Lyons is really good for kids. If your kids have trouble with a lot of stuff, Lynn Lyons is an amazing woman down in the States that teaches hypnosis and how to manage crisis in kids, which is really good. And Magic of NLP Demystified, also a good book, Byron Lewis. It's a nice read. So those are some ideas to read for those people who are into wanting to learn about hypnosis. So anyway, that's the low we were calling there, and there we go. We're going lower. Need a list of your best books. Hold on. Can you see all those books? No, you can't even zoom in on them. Sorry. You'll have to go back through the video and freeze the frame on all the books. Those ones are great. So if you're into hypnosis stuff, I got lots of cool stuff on hypnosis. It's amazing. I found that it's helped a lot of people. A lot of people don't buy into it. A lot of people think it's the work of the devil. And whatever. You think so? Anyway, we've got this swing low. We've got a reverse. If we take out this high on a close, and these three cluster here on a close, look for a run back up into this level here. So just draw your box out again. We're dropping into here and in here, and balance right here. You want to see that kind of react off of here now. Back to that little consolidation, CAM model 1. You want to see that start to really climb higher now. I don't want to see that. This would be great if that stayed open. So I got a long right off there, and my stop loss is right here already. So it's zero stress. It takes that high, great. It comes back and takes me out. I don't care. I'm just looking for a big run, and I don't want to give up anything. So there, it's just taking me out there. If we come back into that level right there, and see now we've traded below it. I'm not interested in going long now. We're the mean threshold of this candle. So now I'll wait for this to get taken to the upside, and then use that for support to go higher. They're little grabs, but they're things that just tell me, well, if this is going to provide support, I want to see that go higher. It went into the rejection block again, and then denied me. So I was like, I do not want to take a chance. As soon as it hit that, I took a long there, and then I pulled the stop right up in here behind here. As soon as it took that, it's like, I don't want to see it come back down to that high. I want to see that just start popping up through here. It didn't. It reversed, took me out, and then we're back into that whole, we've traded below that level, and we came back inside it. Now we're looking for short. So that's just trying to catch something quick, and if it runs, great. If it doesn't, then I'm on the wrong side of it. You can see that close below here now. You're right back inside that first presentation. Now you don't want to see it trade above here. So I'm short right there. As soon as it takes that low, I'm break even. I'm going to move to break even anyway. There, it's out. The fact that we did not run there, it just started waffling back. It's like, no, I want to see it take it. Give me some distinct run. Otherwise, not interested. And we're at the bottom of that fair value gap, right? That first presentation. So if we just waffle around in here and come back up again, I'm not interested. So now I want to see that take these highs here. If it comes back into the mean threshold of that candle right there, and you've got all three of these, I guess you could consider this a swing here, but this one's nested inside this cluster, so you have to use the whole cluster, which would bring you all the way back up into that little minor imbalance there. So sit and wait, not worth taking. What's the name? Need a list of your books. What is the name of this book? Oh, what book? Magic of NLP Demystified. There's that one. It's a programming. That's by Byron and Lewis. Emotional Intelligence. It's a really good one. That's trance hypnosis script. You don't want anything to do with hypnosis. Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. Really good book. Essentials for NLP. This is an awesome book, Richest Man in Babylon. No Opportunity Wasted. Hypnosis. Lynn Lyons, Hypnosis for the Kids. Really good book. But it's more for people who do hypnosis than it is for people to read about hypnosis. Lynn Lyons does an awesome job of that stuff. And that other stuff. And if you want a really, really good book on the value of creating a big, strong enough why, there's a guy called, the book is called A Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. Do not leave this world without reading that book. A Man's Search for Meaning. And it works for women. It works for all sorts of people. And he developed a thing called logotherapy, which is if you have a strong enough why, the how will take care of itself. So if you have a strong enough belief about why you want something to happen, why you need this to work, why you want this to work, see it in your mind, feel it very visual, use all the submodalities of visual, auditory, kinesthetic, make it big, make a dream board. That's what the whole dream board idea is. You see it all the time, you live it, feel it in your viscera, attack that energy, just want that energy of changing how you think and see things in life, and it will become your reality. It is so true. About manifesting, if you believe in manifesting, if you don't believe in manifesting, then you continue to manifest more about what you don't believe in. You see people, you keep getting that message all the time. You can manifest your own destiny, and how you talk to even your whole nervous system, genetics. What's that guy's name? Bruce Lipton. Dr. Bruce Lipton. Study his stuff on the meaning of life. Bruce Lipton. Oh man, what an awesome read. And he's got some great videos online too. You look him on Google or on YouTube. Do you focus on candle speed, which Michael always says? Is there anything explaining that part? No. That's more of a feel that you get for when you say, I want to see it trade below this candle, and then I want to see it accelerate with some velocity now. I want to see it really start to pick up some speed here now and really start to move down. That's what you want to see. With a sense of urgency. See our 15-minute candle? See how we ate all the way through this here now on the downside? This candle's being eaten. That's what you want to see with a sense of urgency. There you go. That's just a feel you'll get for it. After a while, you'll start to go, I want to see this thing accelerate from here. And that's from studying price action enough that you get exactly what we just talked about. You want to see urgency. You want to see, I want to see it blast through here and start shooting all the way down. Because why? What's my objective? I want to come down to, remember my objective was 639-ish. That's what I want to see. Now give me some running now. There you go, little rabbit. We need to put some carrots down here, don't we? Michael secretly has a carrot resting on the outside of his chart, which stimulates the algorithm to run for the carrot. There, I'm making you aware of the ICT secrets now. I'm revealing it all to you. He secretly has a carrot on the outside of his chart that you can't see. It motivates the algorithm to move to the carrot. So you see this? It breaks through here as it hit a specific level that we're looking for. If it hits a specific level you're looking for and you want to see it break through here, you say, I want to see this accelerate now. See how we've closed above here? Tap and blammo. I want to see it run back up in this thing with a sense of urgency now. So when he talks about well, I want to see something go, he's talking about when the algorithm's functioning and not in this resistive high resistance crap. He says, I want to see this here and I want to see it go. In other words, it should not visit here anymore. It should, with power and certainty, take off from here. And then when it does, he sounds like he's magical and he understands the speed when really all he's looking for is the absolute certainty of the algorithm. As soon as it trades above that, I want to see it, boom, I want to see it go. And that's studying price action. And if you understand it enough, you'll expect to see these changes. So watch these candles here now. This candle's low, this candle's open, and see if we get a reaction off of that. See if we came back inside that wick. Didn't quite hit that low, but now that's the reaction off of it that we're expecting. Pull your fib tool from high low. Are you pulling your fib tool all the time, you guys? That always sounds so weird. You pull your tool, pull your fibber. You're up to 70% optimum trade entry, back to 50. Is this just simply another extension down? This is an optimum trade entry reversal on the downside. Back to a level we expect to see some resistance on a 70%. 75% puts us right into that candle we're talking about. So watch right here to see if we get a reaction off that. See how that's a sensitive level? Coincidence? I think not. D out. D is a comedian. Carrots and tools. Carrots and tools, man. That's what anybody needs is just a carrot and tool. Aha. Watch this carrot. Oh, watch this carrot. Watch this level right here. Last one is the most sensitive for me. We still have an upside objective we can reach for. Let me get this out of the way now. That's 79%, by the way. 79% optimum trade entry reversal. And watch right here. Area of interest is right here. Now we want to see area of interest here get taken on the downside. Those are your two pivot points. The carrot was supposed to be for charters. Damn it. I gave it away, Abs. I gave away the secrets of the algorithm. Everybody thought it was carnivore. It's actually a vegan. It's a vegan algorithm. It just wants carrots. Optimum trade entry reversal at 79%. So far that's panning out, right off that sensitive candle. Watch this. If we lose this on the downside, there's your next level. So I like this if we can get through here. Here we go. Keep your eye on the carrot. Keep your eyes on the prize. Now, if we eat through this again on the upside, because we haven't got, all we've got is just a run down into here, continuation. Now you want to see this extend the range. I want to see that start to really drive down now. If we pop back through here, then we've got a small level up here at 76 to 79. If you saw Michael's Twitter post of the high and the low, he has his eye on today. Neither has been hit yet. Another reason why internal liquidity must be sought for the smallest forms. Yeah, totally agree. Internal range liquidity, that's the place to be. So look for 79, 77, 6 to 77, 9. Darren, I really want to say thank you. I took some amazing trades with your 15-second strategy. I'm glad you did, my friend, and I hope you're killing it. I hope you found some magic in your life, and this gets you excited. There's 77. That's the level we're looking for. So 77.9 right there. Pop through it. Use these two candles for support, and then look for this little fella up here. Nothing makes me happier, Hadi. When I see you, high five, buddy. Next year in Toronto, well, high five. And your fib tool idea. Yeah, the fib tool, I tell you, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Reverse, trade above, come back, give it a kiss. Trade your fib tool. Poof. Rejection block. Nope, you don't even get that right now. We've traded slightly above our little premium array. And now we're trading through it again on the downside. So look for internal range liquidity here. And we're looking for down here. order block hold high. And back inside this will give us a nice little kiss off of here somewhere. And watch, see if we eat through that and go lower. There's the kiss. Let's go, Russell. Any team 1 minute here? Team 1 minute. I could go to 1 minute for you, Curry. I know you don't have that as your it just seems so long. It takes so forever on the 1 minute. Oh my God. It's like watching paint dry. Just kidding. Let's see how there's nothing here on a 1 minute, and a 15-second is chock-a-block full of fun for the whole family, right? And now we've got this. We've got this. We have not taken an old high. We just came back to a rejection block. We have a reversal right here on a 1 minute chart. Interesting how it's come down to 15-second chart. Found some, or we could look at it like this. 15-second chart tells us this is the box we're looking to trade into. You trade back, what candle we're looking to? The open of this candle. And that's where you hit open. Now you want to see it react off of here, get through this level on a 1 minute chart and go higher. Take an iron pill. So for you, Curry, when you're looking at this candle, its mean threshold is what you don't want to see give up, which is also at the bottom of the box on the 15-second chart. So for you on the 1 minute, that's it right there. You don't want to see any more than that. If it starts to eat through it, you start going, oh, that's not good. You've got this right here. So change in direction. We've traded below it. This candle actually opened below that level, gave it a little kiss. And now you're looking for it to eat through here. Run for this low, and then we're coming back for the carrot. No body has traded below this mean threshold. We've just had a wick hold it right now. So that's what you want to see. This is going to hold this. If it doesn't, then we're looking for that to get taken on the downside, and a body find support here or here to go lower for the carrot. I'll take another coffee. Lovely. Oh, here. What time is it? 9:30. Give me half an hour. Is that okay? She's so cute. Oh, she's so cute. So there, that's where you're looking for, Curry, is that, again, you got to understand the order blocks, those three levels. You have the high, there's a big wick, high wick, the open, the mean threshold, the low, the mean threshold of the wick on the low, and then the low itself. So those are all the different arrays you look for in each candle. See how we've traded below it? Trade back up inside. Look for it to hit the mean threshold. And then you want to see it react off of that and start coming lower. You know, I don't want to see it eat through the mean threshold again. Now for you 15-second people, you want to see it hit that 15-second spot and start coming back down again. Keeping in mind we have this up here for your you're in this consolidation right now, and we're in that lunch hour period where you can get beat up in consolidations. So if it does take off on you, it comes back into here, gets above that, then you're looking for these highs again. We get up on top of here. So for you on the 1 minute, that's your little level right there, Curry. You'll put your wick there. if you eat through this now, find some support above that, use this candle for support to go higher. Can you go over where your entries would take place? I completely understand order flow, but struggle with entries. For entries, so in other words, if you're going to go short, like here's be the ideal place. If you were going to go short and you're wrong right here, so if you go short right there and you're wrong and it closes above that, then you close out of your trade for your long and you get, or short, and then get ready to go for a long because it's going to take out that high. So we said short there, right? So you're looking for a short. So you want to see this keep coming lower. Your stop loss is sitting here. And even though we're in this consolidation, I would slam that right up against profit because you don't want to see it revisit this candle again now. And I'd let that sit right on break even. So if it came back and tapped me out, I'd be out because you don't want to see this anymore. So your entry is right there. If it fails, then you can get back in sync for the long. And we're right inside this here. That's all. See, now it would have came back and taken me out. You don't want to see this revisit this. So your line in the sand next would be this candle's low or open and the mean threshold of that candle. So you're looking for opportunities to find these. Let me go into that 15-second chart. Sorry, Curry. Let me just drop down to here and I'll give you your ideas of some entry level stuff. So an entry would be, see how we've taken this swing point here? You have a little tiny fair value gap from there to there. You see that? Let me open that up a bit more. You'll see it right here. When a body trades above that, like in this candle, the body closes above this. Any entrance at the high, the consequent encroachment, or the low is the is your entry. You decide which one you want. The likelihood of getting the absolute bottom one is low. You want to see a portion of it stay open. So if you do get the low and it takes it, like we saw, well, like we just talked about on the high, on the 1 minute, remember we said the 1 minute, if it broke that that high there, where it could go back against us, right? We had our stop loss sitting up here. That's why I said snug it up tight. We don't want to see it come back up here again. And you see why. It literally came back up, found support on this candle's high, and off we go. 15-second chart. So you look for this candle, and as soon as it takes this candle out here and you have a body trading above it, if it does not take out this high, this is the valid one you trade off of. If it does in the same candle, it takes out this and that high, then this becomes the thing you want to key off of, and that will be the high, the wick, mean threshold, or consequent encroachment, I should say, the high, or the close, or the mean threshold of the whole candle. And I like to use just the body, not the whole wick. I use the body. So here's the body. See how it trades right at here? And here's that same discussion we had earlier this morning about if it closes on it instead of above it, do I want to wait for it to close above? Okay, this one here closes above. So 1, 2, 3, 4 entries. And they lose strength the further you get down. It loses its luster for me the further I get down into there. So the first entry is right there. Body trades above. Your entry is right there off the top. And your drawdown is literally one handle before you engage in joyous bantering with your friends. You know what I'm saying? So, and then if you go, you know what? I want to see it break this range here first, Aaron. Okay, let's break the range. Body trades above it right here. We trade back into, like we talked about here, there it is right there. Ding, or the open of the candle. Sorry, the close of the candle right there. Ding, hits that 1, hits the 2, and then la la la, off to you go to the moon, Alice, to the moon. Does that make sense to you? Go over to the entry. Do you understand that, Dal? Is that clear for you, my friend? See how now here's your reversal. See that? And the body closes right below it. Literally taps it right on that one there. And then baboom. You got to catch this. You got to be seeing this. Don't say it doesn't work. That's right there. It's telling you I'm going lower and you're into that range. Watch these things because they're inversions. Michael talks about them saying it's his key thing he likes to look for. I 100% agree, man. It is absolutely massive for price runs, for getting your getting yourself some money. They work great. Pull your fib tool from high to low. Pull it from here first, and then from here. And remember that little guy we talked about down here? Right here. Keep your eye on that. If we get another run down lower, I like to play off that candle there. That's good. Looking for a continuation on the downside. The moment we traded below this level right here, trade back into it. I'm good with that for a short. And we're inside this range here, so I'll probably well over my 50% already. I probably didn't pull my fib tool. See how that you got there. And we're already at 62% optimum trade entry reversal. So we could see a reverse going above here now. I want to see this climb up above this candle, find support at it, and start pushing higher. If not, this could be the next price leg down. And it looks like the next price leg down. So look for this little objective down here now. Oh, bless your little heart. She's so good. They're keepers, I tell you, you guys. You get a good woman. That doesn't mean she always serves you coffee or something, but she just knows you. When they know you, they're keepers, I tell you. Absolutely amazing people. I love people like my girl. My girl. Anyway, look for this down here. So hopefully that answers your question, Dal. I see you can only view 1 minute on my subscription for everyone has. Seems to be trading in 15-second. Yeah. We like 15-second, but you can still trade it on a 1 minute. It just means you got to wait a little longer for your setup to occur. That's all. You just got to wait for your setup. This is going to be an internal range day, I think. Doesn't make a high or this. It has to take out this high for today. Looking for reversal. It means threshold. If I use that means threshold, where would my ideal stop loss be? Sorry, my mean threshold up. Stop loss always goes below the low of the mean threshold. Because if the mean threshold gets taken, your stop loss is next. So there's the little boxy. I'm trying to draw it out here now. Let me just draw it out here. There she be. Internal range liquidity, my friends. So you hunt for it. I struggle to find a suitable stop loss position. Your stop loss is not your worry. It's your fail safe. Know your fail safe, because your stop loss should never get hit. If your fail safe works, your stop loss should never get hit. You'll be out way before your stop loss gets taken, because you'll know that I expect to see price make a hit this level and get a reaction off of that. If it eats through it, then I expect it to take that low. So if my stop loss, if I was going to put an entry, I put an entry in here, put a stop loss down here, and my fail safe is if I see it close below there, then I'm on the wrong side of that. It'll give me an opportunity to get my trade off before it takes my stop loss, or it'll rip through and take me out. That's the risk you take. That's why there's a stop loss there, to protect you against catastrophic run, right? The fail safe is if it breaks that level, then I'm on the wrong side of that. Like right there, I'm on the wrong side. Get out. The fact that it's even, see, pops in, there's your opportunity. Get out, get out, get out. Don't say, oh, okay, it's running back up now. I'm making some money. If you made a little bit of cash right there, good for you. Get out. Wait, 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 wait. This looks like it's going lower. So for me, in order for that to go back higher again, I want to see this candle get taken to the upside on a close. And you're getting that on an upside close. Oh, okay. It's giving you a really nice run. And I'd wait. I don't care that it's taken off. That doesn't bother me at all. So now we see this one's taken. If it takes this high here, these are the clusters that you want to key off of to go into the next PD array above you. Ideally, I'd like to see that come back down into here, like that old high right there. And then these candles highs. And if it takes off without me, because it's not giving me what I want. If we do get a body above here, then you ask yourself, inside this range, let me close this one out. Inside this range, am I buying a discount? Or am I buying a premium and hoping I can get it at a higher premium, sell it at a higher premium? Body trades above it, all the way back into here, which is an old high tap. I want to see it come all the way down into a discount of that range. So it would have to come back in here for me to even get interested in it. And if we look at this small range here, if that was the high right there, I'd expect to see it come back into this here for me to get a discount inside a discount. If this is the larger range here to here, there's below 50%. You had a body trade above it. You drop below 50. There's your entrance right there. Now you want to go long. You're buying a discount to go along inside the larger range. See what I mean? You must look for a discount. And that may be all you want. And that lines up with the top of that body right there. Now that you've got a high taken there, that cluster, we trade back into that cluster. That's your long. As long as it's in a discount. And now as soon as it goes to 62%, pay yourself. Move to break even. Take a portion off. Take half off at 62 because you were so close to your 50. You're break even now. You're zero stress trading. You're zero stress trading because you're inside this range here. And this is why the fib tool works. Right there, you entered in just below the 50 at that level. That's your buy. Your stop loss goes one tick below the low of this. So if you're looking for your stop, this is just my method. This is not the be all end all. There's many different ways to do this. It's just how I look at it. And as soon as you get to 62%, take a portion off, move your stop loss to break even, which would tap you out right there. So you would have got 70, move to 62, hit 75, move to 70, just short of your 78%. And then all of a sudden it came down and tagged you out at 75 or 70%. And you took a bit of profit out of there. Then all of a sudden it hit 79, came back. And either you can do that same thing again we talked about, has reload your position again at 50 and start again. It's more of an advanced way of managing that, or what I used to call buffering. And I used to do lots of videos back in the day on buffering. Learn that technique first before you start to go to more advanced stuff like buffering. But that's my point. You got my point. You understand it. So your upside PD array is sitting right here. You've already traded through it. We can come back into that now. That'd be nice to see that go higher. If it keeps going higher, look for the top of that candle to keep pushing higher. Stop loss would go one tick below that low. You're going to use that whole candle. You don't want to see half that candle get taken. I'm on long on that, and I'm break even already. I got in right off that candle there. As soon as it broke above that, came back, gave it a tap, I'm in long there, and my stop loss is just underneath here. So what I want to do now is take off, not come all the way back. It can come back and tap that new opening gap, but I want to see this stay open. If it doesn't stay open, I don't care. I move to the side. I want to keep my cash. It's got to act the way I want it to act, not go, oh, I'm just a victim of the charts. And if it takes off from there, as it's just come back and tap that, then so be it. Some people say you pull your stop loss too fast, Darren. Well, no, I know what I want to see. And if it's not giving me what I want, then I'm not taking the trade. I hope that makes sense to you guys. I never thought about using the candle itself as a measurement for entries. There you go. Thank you so much for your knowledge sharing, Darren. Hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Thanks, Hans. He's probably gone already. Got to go, D. See you later, Abs. Have a great weekend. D, 12 o'clock target. Summer, Kevin, 763 fair value gap. 763. I allow it to be honest with you, I dropped it back down into here. I allowed it to come back and revisit this one more time. So I'm still, my stop loss is still in a negative right now. Ah, shit. I'm just going to move it in profit. I'll leave it right there. It should not come back there now. Now we've revisited this. We've tapped this high again. I want to see that go. Let's go. Get out of here. See you later, Derek. Take care, buddy. Looking for that high. I need that high for the day for my time in a bottle to be consistent. I need that high taken. So we need to get to my box here. My upside objective for the day. And I'm looking for, ideally, I'd like to see it end in this, somewhere in that consequent encroachment, in that imbalance right here. 21 big figure. Is that too much to ask for the day, you figure? Am I wishful thinking? And we're coming up for 12 o'clock. Watch that candle there. Imbalance right here. I'm hanging. Just thought many were leaving, getting our first snow day so pretty. Yeah, we had a nice snow day, but it wasn't so pretty. It was just a dump of snow. It was just like instantaneous exercise day. It's like, wake up! Look at the beautiful snow that you got to now move. That was very wet, and we call it cardiac snow because it's super heavy and wet. '51. I think that's a new high for us, having 51 people in here. How many likes have we got? So we all obsess over the likes. 51 likes or not. So again, look for this level. We want to see if that provides us a level of support. This level here, now we've traded above it. We've come back inside it. You want to see that whole price now keep marching higher. Find some leverage off the top here. These two candles. What? Thanks. 10 o'clock. I'm out of here. Yeah, look for this upside. I'm looking for that. That's my upside objective for the day, and that imbalance right there above us. If we can get through that, I'm looking for higher prices. Obviously back up into that range for the next Monday, Tuesday. I'm expecting to see these candles continue running up for today, at least today, and then Monday, Tuesday, we could start to see a reversal. We'll see a wick and then a continuation on the downside. So we may get another retracement back into here, into this range. We'd have to take out market structure for me on the downside. Would have to break 781 to start seeing a run back down into this level. So I'll put your stop, this little box down here. It would have to come all the way down through that, take out these lows. Watch this level here now. You've taken this on the close. Come back and find some support here. You're coming back into this range. You've got a reversal here. Body traded below it. You came right back up inside it, right there. And now you're going lower. Take out that low with a body. Come back up, give it a kiss, and away you go. So we're looking for this one to take out that low. It came back up. Didn't quite give you that, another return to here. So I'm expecting for lower prices now inside this range. So we're waiting on this some more during lunch hour. We could get a revisit of these lows on lunch hour and then like hit our carrot down here at 737. I'll put our carrot down here. See if we get another little kiss up here, all the way up into that candle's high or open. Sorry, close. This guy right here. Look for a little I'll run up into here. Good. Now you want to see that continue coming lower. We've got an imbalance already here. So I've traded above it, come back inside it. So you're back to bullish on one side, bearish on the other. Which side do you want? Lunch hour. We've got relative equal highs above us. If we take out this candle on a close, then we're coming back through this and then through the relative equal highs again. Okay, that's it for me, man. I will see you guys on Monday. I'm going to go have breakfast with my girl. And I wish you guys a wonderful, safe, happy weekend. Be kind to each other out there. Thank you so much. Got 51 people tuned in today. Sorry for those of you tuned in late. You didn't get what you're looking for. You're coming in at lunch hour. Still looking. So keep your eyes on that prize up there. And if we roll over here, we did not take this high. So if we roll over here, get through this inversion again, then look for lower prices inside that range again. If that makes any sense to you folks at all. But otherwise, I will see you Monday. All the best. Join us on the Telegram channel on the weekend. If you got little chats or any questions you want to ask the guys. They're all in there on the Telegram. And I'm usually available on the weekends for a little question and answer period, or I like to trade Bitcoin on the weekends as a practice. So we can quickly look at Bitcoin. It hit 100,000 right on the money. Look at that, right into that fair value gap, right in there, nicely. Traded above it, literally tapped it and kept going. We're all the way back up, taking out this high here now. You want to see this low get taken if you want to come back into this range again. If not, this is going to provide support to run right back up into here. I'm looking for here, and then I'm going to go, because she's already got breakfast ready already, right here. Watch for an upside objective there. And I'll see you guys on the weekend or on the Monday. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Have an awesome weekend. Take care.